Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's get started. First up, we begin with our top story in breaking news of the morning. Category 4 Hurricane Irma closing in on Florida Keys. Right now, deadly Hurricane Irma is expected to make landfall in the Florida Keys early Sunday before moving up the Gulf Coast on a rare course for Tampa Bay. Your 6:25 a.m. update. Extreme wind warning issued for lower Florida Keys. The National Weather Service says tornado-like damage is very likely in the lower Florida Keys as Irma approaches. An extreme wind warning is now in effect. Along with the wind warning in the Keys, the east coast of Florida is hunkering down after tornado warnings were issued in Palm Beach County. Those warnings are in until 7 o'clock a.m. Hurricane Irma regains strength as Category 4 storm as it barrels toward Florida. As Hurricane Irma edges closer and closer to Florida early Sunday morning, it gained momentum and strengthened to a Category 4 storm around 2 a.m., according to the National Hurricane Center, reported ABC meteorologist Dan Menzo. As of 6 a.m., Irma Center was 30 miles southeast of Key West, traveling northward at 8 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. Wind gusts in Key West were clocked in at 66 miles per hour. A weather station near Fort Pierce reported a 4-hour rainfall total of 10.53 inches between midnight and 5 a.m. The rainfall rate along the east coast of Florida was 3 inches per hour. The National Weather Service then followed up with a tweet that read, "Everyone in Florida Keys, it's us time to hunker down. The worst winds are yet to come." They also said to everyone in the Florida Keys, don't go outside, shelter in place, hunker down, get to an interior room away from windows, put your shoes on now. Use whatever you have to try to protect yourself from flying debris, pillow, blankets, helmets, mattress, etc. The worst is yet to come. The intense winds associated with the eyewall are expected to arrive around 7 o'clock a.m. in the lower Keys. We will keep you updated on this as it gets closer. We will have special coverage starting at 7 o'clock a.m. The storm, which had been downgraded to a Category 3 after making landfall as a rare Category 5 hurricane in Cuba early Saturday morning, has sent 124,000 people to Red Cross and Red Cross affiliated shelters. As of Sunday morning, that figure does not include church and ADHOC shelters. More than 6 million people have been warned to evacuate its path. A slew of counties and cities in South Florida have issued curfews. Counties including Broward, Flagler, Orange, Palm Beach, Valdosta, and Similosa. The cities of Miami, Miami Beach, North Miami Beach, Hampstead, Key Biscayne, Malabar Beach, Coral Springs, Coral Gables also issued curfews. Palm Beach and Broward counties entered the curfew early this afternoon, and Charlotte County in the city of Miami Beach will enter one later tonight. Some 10,000 flights have been canceled in anticipation of Irma, about 7,000 of them in Florida alone. President Trump tweeted a video from a cabinet meeting Saturday telling people to get out of Irma's way. He also said property is replaceable, but lives are not. The safety has to come first. Don't worry about it. Get out of its way, Trump said. Florida Governor Rick Scott called the storm unpredictable. This is a life-threatening situation, Scott said on Saturday. Our state has never seen anything like it. The governor stressed the danger of what he called a deadly storm surge. And we will have more on everything starting at 7 o'clock a.m. Now let's turn to some local news around New Hampshire, Boston, and Maine. Firefighters, volunteers honor victims of 9/11 with stair climb. "16 years later, New Hampshire is remembering the tragic events of September 11, 2001. Teams of volunteers, including many firefighters in full gear, climbed nearly 2,000 steps in honor of firefighters who died saving others during the terror attacks in New York City. A bell was rung 343 times during the climb, one for each firefighter who died running into the Twin Towers as everyone else was trying to escape. Teams climbed the bleachers at Northeast Delta Dental Stadium 6 times, the equivalent of 110 stairs, symbolizing the height of the World Trade Center. Participants carried lanyards with them bearing the name and the company number of the New York City firefighter they climbed on behalf of. Some participants experienced the attacks firsthand. Brown is a Merrimack firefighter. He teamed up with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats baseball team to put together the stair climb after he found out the people who usually organized the event at the Brady Sullivan building couldn't do it this year. Manchester firefighter Michael Bentio said he decided to become a firefighter after 9/11. All of the money raised through the event will go to the National Fallen Firefighter Foundation, benefiting the families who lost a loved one that day, and a growing number of those who have lost someone to illness and attributed to their service at Ground Zero. Suspect arrested in Missouri hit and run that killed 11-year-old girl. Missouri police said they have arrested a man in connection with the Thursday evening hit-and-run crash that killed an 11-year-old girl. Stephen Torrio, 22, of Lawrence, is accused of driving the vehicle that hit Jadine Sotio while the child was crossing Broadway near Kirk Street with her father around 9:45 p.m. After the crash, officers distributed surveillance photos and videos. They said the public responded with a large number of tips, one of which immediately led to Turo's arrest. Turo is being held on $100,000 cash bail at the Methuen Police Department and will be arraigned Monday at Lawrence District Court. He faces charges including motor vehicle homicide, leaving the scene of a personal injury accident, speeding, and neglection operating of a motor vehicle. Police search for missing Portland man. Portland police are searching for a Portland man reported missing Friday night. Officials said 30-year-old Tanner Smith was reported missing after failing to return home from a trip to Unity, Maine. His last known contact was made about 3:30 p.m. Friday, said Smith's wife. Said his cell phone was found in Unity. Police say, though far there have been no indication of anything suspicious, and foul play is not suspected. Smith is described as 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing approximately 225 pounds. He was last seen driving a blue 2006 Toyota Scion. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you back here around 7 a.m. for a special report on Hurricane Irma. See you back here around 7 a.m., everyone. Goodbye.